I'm Emily from Homemade Emily Jane, and today I'm going to share with you about the Connector Quilt Pattern and some fun ways that you can reduce waste while making this quilt. The Connector Pattern is a brand new quilt pattern in my shop, and you can find it on my website, homemadeemilyjane.com, and it's also linked in the description below. The Connector Quilt Pattern was designed with a confident beginner in mind. It features a sampler of many common traditional quilt blocks put together into a unique modern design. This pattern is a digital download PDF. You can get the download right now and print it at home on normal printer paper. This one PDF includes 5 different sizes you can make: wall hanging, baby, lap, throw, and bed quilt sizes. The wall hanging, baby, and lap sizes are one quadrant of the throw and the bed size. The smaller sizes come together super fast and make a fantastic weekend project. Some of the different types of quilt blocks you'll see in this pattern are half square triangles, flying geese, and stitch and flip blocks. The NoWaste methods I'll be teaching in this tutorial particularly pertain to the stitch and flip blocks and the flying geese. I'd like to mention that there are lots of ways to make flying geese, and this is just one option. If you want to see the full step-by-step tutorial with diagrams, feel free to check it out over on my blog. Let's begin by cutting the sizes and shapes instructed in the Connector Quilt Pattern. You'll use a rotary cutter and a ruler to cut width of fabric strips and then subcut into the desired size squares. To get started with this no-waste method for the flying geese and stitch and flip blocks, you begin by drawing a diagonal line across the wrong side of your fabric square, and then draw another diagonal line a ½ inch away from the line that you just drew. Now, line up your pieces right sides together and sew directly on both diagonal lines. I like to chain sew here to speed up the process and get into a good rhythm. Once both lines are sewn, use a ruler and a rotary cutter to cut directly between the two lines, creating a 1/4 inch seam allowance for both pieces. You'll see that you end up with a half square triangle plus your main piece that the pattern calls for. You can use the half square triangle for a scrap project later on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new about reducing fabric waste and the Connector Quilt Pattern. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website, homemadeemilyjane.com, for more quilting tips and inspiration.